Okay. Well, welcome back, Rednecks on Comics. I'm Daniel.
I'm Mark.
Andy.
Today we're doing what?
It's going now.
It's
So we have to start over? Or?
No, we're not starting over.
Well, introduce yourself.
Black Hammer. Welcome back.
That took long enough.
Yeah.
Well, it was doing a buffer thing on the other page, but that's beyond the point.
Okay. Today we're doing Titans.
Yeah.
Burning Rage.
Yeah, number one.
Titans number one. Yeah.
I believe it's going to be a miniseries.
I think so, yeah.
I haven't read nothing about it. Waiting in to come meet you.
We're going to do Punisher Kill Crew. But we've done like 3 Punisher books so far anyway.
Yeah, and we thought it'd be a kill. But, well, what you think about it, Mark?
I really liked it. I think it went back to...
The Robin in this is Tim Drake, which is one of my favorite Robins. You know, second greatest detective in the world beside Batman. Oh my goodness. And it brought back a good classic crew, I thought. And the villains that are in it, that's basically the same villain crew that you got in the Teen Titans Go, except a grown-up group. Yeah. And even though it says Titans, they did mention themselves as the Teen Titans inside the book. So it was I liked it. What about you, John?
I thought it was really good. I really want to see where this goes. The thing that it still confused me is because it's called Burning Rage. I don't know if that's something that's going to pick up later on in the story, because I don't see how that's really tying into, like...
Beast Boy catches the crabs.
Does he turn into a crab? Is that how he gets them?
Yeah. He gets crabs to the crab.
And now we're monetized.
What about you there, Black Hammer?
I really liked it. Because, like, I mean, you have Mammoth. Instead of Sugar, you had Jinx in the animated series, but still you have Gizmo. And he was always one of my favorite characters because he's just a dork in all the essence of the word. And Mammoth was just a brute. So he's actually one of my favorite villains, when it comes into it, because I like watching him and Cyborg square off. Yeah, but it was a good read, solid art in it too. Yeah. I really liked it. And I just got done watching the Titans series on DC, and then I got to come here and read Titans on top of, like, my Red Hood vendetta I'm going through right now, where I will not stop reading Red Hood comic books. So it was nice to switch it up for a minute. And, get this, you got that comical Beast Boy as always.
Yeah.
And then this weird veganism plays into it. Can't have that. And then, like you said, it's the Titans, so you have that humorous part, like Peanut losing consciousness.
Yeah.
Yeah, just different things. It was a good read. It was solid. I like it a lot.
And the first villain were introduced, I thought it was going to be like a kind of corny throwaway villain with the name Disruptor. But
Rainbow Raider.
Like, when I saw his number one, I was expecting either Deathstroke or Hive.
Yeah.
It's iconic. I mean, you're going to have one of the two in the Titans.
Yeah, well, Hive has a party in it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was going to say, but that's what you got is Hive. And I didn't see that coming at first.
No.
Because I've never heard of Disruptor.
No.
So you get to introduce, new villain. That's nice.
Now, is he a new villain, or is he...
I think he's a new villain. I don't recall ever seeing him before.
Well, I haven't read about a Disruptor in the Titans.
When he first, and he bragged like, I'm the Disruptor, You're like, yeah, what are you going to do? But he,
Here comes another balloon man.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I would disrupt their bowels.
You should have worn the green pass today.
So on top of everything else, we have a first appearance.
Yeah.
In this book.
No.
And then he's not a bad villain. I mean, he was not a bad villain at all. I like him. Good guy.
Yeah, I mean, what Beast Boy did to beat him was pretty ingenious, but I mean,
Yeah,
somebody like that, he's kind of hard to take down, in all honesty.
Good thing he didn't disrupt him while Beast Boy was in his head. It had been a really quick comic.
But I liked it. Again, I liked the Tim Drake being the Robin of it. Yeah.
That was something cool to see because I've seen Damien.
Hey, we're the disruptors. We don't disrupt each other.
I'm
just saying. Yeah, because I was talking and you cut me off.
You see Damien in the racing league.
Well, he's led the Titans.
But I mean, I don't think about Tim Drake as much when I think of Titans.
Well, no.
I think of Nightwing or I think of Damien. So
I don't know why.
It's showing
I
3.
don't know. The computer's facing that way. I can't really.
It's showing 3 on the
Short
phone, but it
cable
says an error has occurred. So,
We're lacking a tech guy.
but,
So
but it was good.
Does that mean we're
Long. I thought it was. I think it's. Yeah, it's just another comment stuff. I thought it was a little bit longer read. Than what we have been reading.
Yeah.
Not saying it's a bad read. It just seems like it's.
But I believe that it had to be because it was setting up the story
Yeah.
for the future issue.
And it's also, if you're new to Titans, it gave a little short backstory to each character too.
Yeah.
So,
gives you a good starting point.
I liked it.
yeah, I did.
I liked it a lot.
Well, I liked it. I got it. I put it in my drawer, but I'm gonna have her, put it on my pull list.
And I probably will too after reading the first one.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna keep it. I like it.
And the artwork,
I like
it was right up there with the
Yeah, it
story.
was solid.
Yeah.
They pulled each other off perfectly. It's been a while since I've given it a nice grade. I saw a 9.5 because I'm going to leave some criticism in there.
Yeah.
There's always something to be better, but I'm solid on that 9.5 for this book.
Yeah. Well, I'd say 9 across the board. It wasn't quite the best, but
I liked it.
I was surprised me and Jonathan started reading at the same time. And I'm a slow reader. I understand that, but it's even more so of me to take my time. When he got done, I'm like, dang, you didn't even enjoy the book.
I'm a busy person.
And as you all can see, we're missing a few people tonight. Blaze had to work. We're sorry he's not here. Dave has got some family issues going, and we're sorry he's not here. And Terry,
He just wanted to go see women. We're not sorry. He failed
He's
on
at an Asian roll derby at the moment.
yeah, he is actually at the roller derby and enjoying himself.
Well, yeah.
I'm happy that Terry gets to go
Whenever
out.
roller derby turns into motorball, like out of Alita Battle Angel, I'll start watching.
I still need to see that.
Yeah, that movie is beyond fantastic. It is awesome.
I was more excited for that than I was Captain Marvel coming out. But then again, it's coming.
I hadn't even seen it. Don't even know what they're talking about, and I was more excited for it than I was Captain
Alita,
Marvel.
you've got to watch it. You have to watch this movie.
He ate Taco Bell the other day, and I was more excited to watch that.
You mean I smell Taco Bell and had a good.
Well, are we done with this one? What did you on the art storyline?
All around, I say a 9 for like what you get on the cover artwork wise is kind of what you get in the story.
Yeah, it's solid. It really is.
Yeah,
That's something I always enjoy.
that's kind of odd anymore that you get the same quality inside as you do out.
Well, you have so many.
Not only with books, but with people.
Yeah, ain't that the truth? But you have so many good people, artists that's doing just cover works now.
Yeah.
That it's it's hard to keep up with on the inside, but
I think doesn't Frank show that's all he specifically does now? It's just covers now for books. I don't think he really illustrates inside of them anymore, does he?
But everybody, there's a lot of people who's got into the not for the reading purpose, but for the art purposes. Yeah, and they're making a good living just doing cover art. So I can't blame them. I gotta say, I've got a few framed up on my wall too. So.
So do I, along with what I wish I could find again, because I had it in my room when I was a teenager many, many years ago. I had this poster of Sabretooth, and it was just a beautiful poster. I always wanted to have that done as a tattoo. I mean, that's how good of a poster it was. And I can't even remember who the artist was on it, but I'm a big fan of art.
Well, if y'all run across one that's Sabretooth that's sketched on a tablet, Hammer, that age, I can't say much. I'm right behind him.
But seriously, if y'all do find it, throw us a picture of it in the comments. I'd love to see it
Next
again.
time you're spelunking.
Oh, Sabretooth. say you give it a 9 too.
I give it a 9. That's a good solid 9.
Yeah, it is.
Like I say, the art was solid all the way through. I loved the story. It's good classic Titans, and I got nothing bad to say about it.
No.
Yeah, there's nothing like the new Teen Titans. It's like I say, it's got that classic feel to it. So it's a good read.
I guess the main subject that we need to talk about tonight is the fact that for some reason Sci-Fi decided they were going to cancel Krypton.
Yeah.
At the end of season 2, and they put Lobo, the series that they had planned for that, on indefinite hold. I haven't got to see all of season 2 yet. I'm guessing.
I barely finished season 1. Like, I just started watching.
Well, I've watched it all, and the last one they left you so invested in it, and then I watched it last night. And then this morning I get up, get on Facebook, and saw where they canceled it, and I'm like, damn. That's just wrong because they leave you so invested in each character, and then they're canceling them. Which Swamp Thing was the same way. Which they didn't cancel it. I don't guess they just kind of reneged on some stuff. But
Well, that's one thing that I read on CBR.com. They were talking about possibly the slot that Swamp Thing was in. They said they might possibly move Krypton to the DCI to continue the show and everything.
I thought DCI was doing Krypton.
Sci-Fi was doing Krypton.
Yeah,
And that might be why they canceled it, to move it to Krypton. Or to move it to DCI.
Let's hope they don't move it to the way of Krypton. Explosions.
I've been
liking it though, because like I said, I just started watching Krypton, and I finished the Titan series.
And the guy that they had to play Lobo, he was, you could tell he'd done his research on the character.
Oh, that's the best portrayal of Lobo I've ever seen, animated or anything else. I mean, it fits in extremely well with the old original Lobo run and stuff like that. Just a good. I don't even remember who the actor is.
But I don't either, but he was using the word bastage. It's just the regular, the old Lobo. And Tony, I don't know if it's going to go to DC Universe or not. That's we're kind of hoping.
Did they say why they're canceling it though?
The executive producer was just wanting to kind of throw around, see if another company would pick it up or anything. Hopefully not CW, because CW already has so much. How are they going to keep making time frames?
So why should they not? Why should they not?
Because from what I've seen of the Arrowverse and everything, Krypton doesn't fit into any of that. The writing styles of
And now they got Batgirl in it. Or Batwoman.
Yeah, that one.
I mean, they're introducing that one. That's a lot on the plate for that.
Yeah, that's
And
a little
they're
too
going-
much.
Yeah, but it's not like the same guys doing all of it except for the crossover.
Yeah.
I mean, whoever's writing the crossovers has to be.
Well, if they would
shows.
bring the writer and everybody in from the Krypton now and taking them over, I'd be for it.
Netflix.
I mean, the crossover's got
probably
me screwed up. The crossover's got me screwed up anyway, because I don't watch Legends of Tomorrow.
I don't watch. I don't know.
I just stopped
When they done
watching
away-
Flash and everything. There's
Yeah, I
too
don't-
many
I don't watch
crossovers
none of
with
them.
this show and that show.
Man, I could not keep up.
I still watch Legends. Yeah. I guess the one that I've stopped watching the most is probably Flash. It was probably the best one of all of them, but I just don't have time to.
I
do it
never
all.
got into watching Supergirl.
It was a really good show.
Yeah, the first season. Was
They
really
said
good.
that the Superman that they brought in on that one was a really good Superman.
He acted more like Superman than anybody has since Christopher Reeve.
I don't think he really had the right one.
He's a fictional character. What's he supposed to look like?
Christopher Reeve.
Speaking of which, did you see that remake they done of Christopher Reeve?
As the Kingdom Come,
Yeah.
Superman. Yeah, that was an awesome
That
photo.
was.
I don't think the guy that they had for Martian Manhunter and Supergirl, I think he did really good.
I think that was a good. I did watch some of this, and I liked him as Martian Manhunter. He did a good job.
And he's a good, solid actor too. I don't know who he is either. I can't keep up with everybody's names all the time.
But I mean, when I started watching Supergirl, when I started falling out of all the DC shows on CW, I just like it's too much now. It's like my brain can only handle so much. It's like I'm done.
Well, I don't have normal TV. I've just got internet.
Well, I mean, most people just have internet now.
Yeah, but there's too much stuff out there. I ain't gonna try to binge and watch every bit of it. I'll never get no sleep.
Yes, Arrow is ending.
Arrow is ending.
Arrow is finally ending. I think they've cut the 8th season short.
Did they cut his arm off?
We wouldn't be that lucky.
Now, come on. It's the show that started it all.
It is a show that started them all. And he did a very good job.
He's pretty good.
They rotated it, rotated back.
Captain Caveman smashed Cutie sofa.
Smash.
Yeah.
But well, you're keeping up with it. So
Yeah, I finally pulled mine up. I made sure it shared out.
And did you read, was you here when we was talking about it? The Russo brothers said if the X-Men had been in Infinity War or whatever the last one was.
Endgame.
Yeah. That they would have killed them off, everybody but Wolverine, and left the rest of them dead. I'm like, that's just going on.
There's still some good X-Men characters.
They are.
You got Colossus. Storm is a great character.
Yes.
Rogue,
Nightcrawler is one of my favorite characters.
Archangel, all good characters. Now, if they want to leave Cyclops dead,
Yeah.
Okay. I'm game for that.
Marvel, I will even help you route the death of Cyclops if you will just leave it that way.
we'll make it very interesting.
Yeah. There will be a lot of blood and pain involved in it.
I think that's one of my favorite of the original X-Men movies is probably Last Stand, just because Cyclops does die at the very beginning of that movie.
Yeah,
It's
you
just
don't have too much of the rest of the movie.
I'm just happy.
And the way he dies. You know, we could write a better ending than that.
Yeah.
I'm pushing my beam into the water.
Oh no, it's reflected here.
I mean, at least Professor X
Disrupt
went out
the
like
water.
a boss.
Disrupt
They need to disrupt it. Deflect would be a Megatron.
It does look like those new acetate covers are going to be, that's all over the place right now. They're put out for October. But have you seen the Red Hood?
No.
It's beautiful.
Loving it, man.
Yeah, we converted another to Red Hood.
I'm loving it. I am. My wife woke up the other day and she was telling Daniel about woke up like 3 a.m. And I got back from work at 7. It's like 3 a.m. I'm still sitting there reading Red Hood comic books. She's like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "Issue 8."
Hey, precious.
Yeah, and I just started reading them when I got home.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh, this is nice. It's very good."
Yeah, it is. He's,
Like I said, I started.
well,
on
Mark,
Monday.
when Mark was trying to get me to cross over, he explained it the best I've ever heard anybody explain it. After you get into the character, he said, "You like Batman?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "You like Punisher?" I said, "Yeah." I said, he said, "You get the best of both worlds." I said,
Right now, you get the most of the best girls.
Jonathan had messed up.
So, cover of the week.
Cover of the week.
We are split.
Yeah.
So, if anybody listening,
I was born that
Tony.
Mr. Tony, you get to be the tiebreaker.
Wonder Woman or Catwoman?
I don't know, man. 'Cause that's Selena Kyle. That's the '90s animated series Batman, and it's spot on, man. I love it.
Oh yeah.
I love it. That's my bread and butter when it comes to animated series. I'm sorry.
But that's fine.
That's
The 2 older guys has went with Wonder Woman.
Tony says Catwoman.
does it?
Yep.
Ha
Tony, we need to have a talk, son.
That is a very good cover. I mean, it's not as
It is a good
artistic
cover.
and realistic as Wonder Woman, but for what it is, that animated style,
It's a good cover.
shaking, everything's awesome.
I love it.
He's a good guy.
I love it.
I just
If the
believe-
story and artwork on the inside probably wasn't crap, I would like to get it.
But if I recall right, when somebody was sitting over there in the corner and couldn't see it, even full on,
Yeah.
like, is that a Wonder Woman cover?
Yeah.
That is so nice. That's got
Yes,
to
it
be cover of the
is
week.
a very nice cover.
I'm going to slide it up to the front.
And then his love affair shows up and he changes his mind.
Tony?
He likes that big chocolate. He lost.
I do. I like the Wonder Woman cover, but I would
I was talking about him.
Oh,
Yeah, until he showed up. He was all about Wonder Woman.
all about the Catwoman.
Switch.
I'm a teenager.
This make me wonder if they'll do a
Yeah.
side-by-side cover with it. Maybe for like next issue, kind of like how they've done with Batman and Detective Comics with it. Because you do kind of see the hand of Cheetah on there with the Wonder Woman.
That'd be cool to see.
Yeah. It'd be kind of funny if she was looking Cheetah in the eye with a sword, though.
You look behind you, it's me out. It's my corny joke for the day.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I really like that Catwoman cover. Catwoman, were you playing with your phone?
No.
I'll put you on riddle.
They gotta stop them.
I might like it. Tony, I'm still disappointed in you. I had to read it for myself. Well, I guess Catwoman made it.
Yeah, I guess so.
And Terry, he was kind of leaning that way.
Yeah.
So if he was here, he'd be in the tiebreaker.
Yeah, Terry was leaning toward the Catwoman pretty heavy there. Because he said it was, Star Germ.
Yeah.
Animated series, and that was Terry's kind of like the rest of us. He grew up watching that particular show. Anybody read anything interesting this week?
Black Allen.
Red Hood. lots of Red Hood. I've been reading it nonstop.
I don't believe I read where Little Man was sick and stuff. I don't believe I read one single comic this week.
Well, the only one I've got to read this week is Titans because school started back, and I've got my duties I have to fulfill.
With my stack I picked up, I got
Well,
my
he said
Titans
acetate
going
or
into
acetate
Absolute
vinegar.
Carnage. And that, I don't know, Absolute Carnage, the tie-ins like Funeral Pyre and Separation Anxiety, that's just like flat out body horror stuff. There's people ripping apart with tentacles coming out and everything. It is just like, okay, Marvel's going really deep with the symbiote stuff on this. And I'm glad I finally did pick it up because I didn't pick it up last week. But Absolute Carnage, even though it's a pricey book, it's very worth it.
We still have in stock if anybody needs them. Some of the really nice variants here.
That's one of the cartridge ones. There, I believe, ain't it?
Oh, Miss Blackhammer, who happens to be my daughter, just brought in a bunch of drinks here.
Thank you, sir. Yeah. Thank you, drink, everybody. Come on, we're live. We're trying to get sponsors. Get you a drink.
I know.
Show them you. No. Open up Dr. Nuff. Show them your love.
I had to finish that one first. It was getting warm.
My yet
The sound. It's happening. It's happening. Oh yeah.
Well, we just lost that sponsor.
Flat out sugar water.
Not everybody has adapted taste buds. This is a man's drink.
I like cheer wine. Give
That's
me
why
cheer
my
wine and I'll be
2-year-old
happy.
He's more man than John. It's a man's world.
Sometimes you just have to leave it. New Conan Exodus came out this week. New number 1 on it.
Ooh, 2 cool looking covers.
That Carnage cover.
Yeah.
They're,
Did that come out this week?
Yeah. No, that's
That's last
Absolute Carnage.
Oh, I did
Number
not
1.
check it out when it came out last week.
It was behind me.
yeah, dude, trust me, pick it up.
Dude.
I don't know. I'm excited because my comic came out this week. And I've been ecstatic for it.
Was that Bizarro on the front?
Damn right, it's Bizarro on the front. And I told, make sure I was like, Mark, I want that cover.
Yeah.
And he got it for me. Black Hammer, Justice League number 2, bro. Oh.
Pick up, since you're a Bizarro fan too, pick up the annual, Redhead annual just came out. Bizarro with a beard. It's freaking sick. It really is.
I've got the annual at home, but like I say, I hadn't had a chance to read anything.
Yeah, I've got a few that I need to catch up on. It's just didn't happen.
That's part of the reason I enjoy doing this show. I at least get to sit down and read one book a week.
Yeah. And I'm able to talk to somebody besides a 2-year-old about it.
What'd you think about the art? It's colorful!
He's No, I had to sit down and read Ghostbusters to
Yeah, Ghostbusters was a good read.
if you realize how many times I had to hear that song that day. I even, matter of fact, see my CD player in the car.
That's the thing is Transformers comics, like the few that I have, the Energon and Armada, the Transformers look awesome. They're like so detailed and everything, but I don't understand what it is with the people because the Ghostbusters in that looked cartoony.
Well, they had their cartoon look.
Yeah.
Look from the,
But even in the regular Transformers crossovers, the people just look odd. They look off.
well,
I don't know why.
I can't blame them because if you're, why put more detail in something that's not the title of the book?
Yeah, but I mean, you can still make it look more human, less missing link.
Well, you know what? We have the same thoughts about you, but we don't talk about it.
They did.
Gosh, he doesn't like it. He's trying to get it out as quick as possible.
They did show.
Goes by there.
Yeah, they did show Tim Drake's new costume.
Yeah.
We got a chance to take a look at it. We don't know the new name.
No, they're
yet.
still got it.
I'm not seeing it.
It's actually kind of cool.
It's more reminiscent of a Nightwing outfit, but with a few brighter colors.
And kind of old school Nightwing.
Mullet and everything.
Well, no, it don't have the fringes and all that. It's just
Can't believe you got your ass whipped by some guy in a mullet.
I'd have to go reverse mullet.
Billy Ray Cyrus.
He'd have to buy a wig.
You guys imagine a Nightwing movie though with Billy Ray Cyrus?
Don't tell my boomerang. I ain't breaking boomerang.
Wasn't we talking about that earlier?
They
And
showed
it's gonna be a Daredevil.
Yeah.
What?
Remember the cloth?
The Man in the Cloth.
Yeah. It's gonna be what we talked about earlier.
Twilight Zone?
Look at the thing above it.
Oh, Catholic sex.
The reason he ain't saying it out loud.
I'm sorry, I was just reading loud with my voice.
so he could hear it.
Had to make sure I was hearing what I was in my mind. To read it out loud, like that's what.
I read a thing today. We're going off topic today. It don't matter. All of us ain't here, so we'll be all right. But it said it's all right to talk to yourself. It said it's even all right to answer yourself. But if you have to ask yourself or repeat yourself, you're in trouble.
What did you say? I heard me.
Hey, gosh.
I'm not gonna say that I did that. I will admit it.
We expect.
Well, admit what? No. You open your mouth. I talk to myself. I've answered myself. I've never asked myself to repeat myself.
I'm sure he has, because every time I ask a question, I have to repeat myself to him.
Yeah.
What's everybody think? King Thor.
The new book coming out.
Who's Thor?
He's a guy that lives under the sea.
I don't know what's going on.
That's what happens to your thumb when you hit it with a hammer.
Son of a bitch.
And King Thor is a big hammer. It's a black hammer. I don't know. I hadn't read nothing about it.
I haven't either. I mean,
It's- The only thing I know is it follows up with the Thor God of Thunder storyline, which is where, shoot, what's his name? The God Killer, Gore, the God Butcher, is where he.
Rhinos and
See.
Guard.
Yeah. But it's like he had the Necro sword and everything, which is actually
How
what.
cool would that be? Have Rhino play Rhino in the movie.
That'd actually be kind of cool.
It would. He's got the size for it.
The art doesn't look half bad in it.
No, it don't.
I mean, the artwork in the actual God of Thunder run was very good. I mean, it had it to where, like, the very first part was like 3 different timelines dealing with Gore, and then later on having to deal with Galactus. And this is like the final, like the actual ending to that story, where it's him and Loki fighting, and Loki has possession of the Necro sword.
Well, I have to admit, even when I do my research, for new stuff and everything, I'm nothing about Marvel anymore. Just a few things, Savage Avengers and stuff. That's been pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh,
What a why Savage Adventures is
I
good?
did read that Todd McFarlane, he's kind of farmed 300 out on the covers to a bunch of different people, but he is going to do his own variant for Spawn 300.
Wow. Are you going to be able to get those in?
Oh,
I love that.
my downstairs is plastic. The topic farmers monsters.
Yeah, you got a bunch of them at the comic con.
I got more than that. I do. I like
The,
comic fan stuff.
The King Thor, Tony, coming from War of Realms. I don't think I haven't really read War of Realms. I have issue 1 like pulled in my box, but I haven't really read the story.
Well, I read number 1, and I don't believe it had anything to do with King Thor in it.
No.
I'm seeing here that Mr. Freeze is going to get a White Knight spinoff.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Yes.
Sean Murphy and Klaus Janson are doing it. So that should be good.
But no, what we was talking about earlier, Savage Avengers. The main reason I started reading it was for the Punisher, and then next would have been Venom. The rest of them I could get in. Conan has pulled that book along so far. His humor and knowing humor has been,
Yeah.
just, what was the King of Paps?
Yeah, Logan O'Papp.
Yeah, Logan of Paps. That's what it was.
Tony says it was the last one. I haven't read War of the Realms, but all I know is that King Thor is what was in God and Thunder, Tony.
No, it's King Thor, the one with the eye patch and all that. After
Yeah,
his
the
eye-
really
yeah.
old Ricky run that probably needs to walk with Kane. Yeah. What?
Like I said, I just can't keep up with Marvel.
They've run so many of my characters that I used to love.
I'm just not for the bright, flashy world of Marvel. It's just not.
Reed Venom and Daredevil.
I don't like Daredevil, really.
Punisher's always good, realistic type character.
He is. Moon Knight was good there for a while, and I don't know what happened there.
Moon Knight is one of my favorite Marvel characters, and
Moon Knight would make a great live action show if they could put it into something.
yeah, if they would tone back the crazy just a touch on him,
Well, for them to put them into a movie or TV show, they'd have to.
Oh, God.
You know.
Marvel's first R-rated movie.
Well, I mean, you're talking about a character whose alter ego had a baby with his girlfriend, and he didn't know anything about it
Until like the baby was up there,
Yeah, like
age.
5 years old.
I'm like, dude, that's up.
So, good character.
It is. The villain, that blob villain that he brought in, that just done it for me though. I mean, yeah, it was a blob villain. He wasn't that one, a blob. Yeah, it was. He would just.
But Punisher Kill Crew dropped this week, #1, and it looks to be interesting.
Yeah, that was. The way this interview went, you should have read it too, and we could have had
Yeah.
more to talk about it.
Because the Punisher 3-issue run from War of the Realms was it was a good read.
They used to be superhero too.
Who said that?
Jonathan understands if he's it's a Skyrim joke. The helmet he's wearing, it's just a Skyrim joke.
Yeah, it looks just like the Nordic helmet.
It's to be an adventure too, so it's a canary to the name. You just don't understand.
I don't.
Exactly.
And I'm probably
People
proud
out there
of
that
that
will
one.
watch us that play Skyrim will understand and be like, why did you have to bring that back?
Why? Because there's a new Skyrim being released for Game Boy Advance, and you'll buy it. Skyrim.
So sick of Elder Scrolls. Alright, back to comic books.
Please.
Well, I mean, they were carrying on a pretty good
Yeah.
conversation there. I had no clue what they were talking about, but
A video game that can consume so many hours of your life.
And you don't even realize.
And it's on every system.
So it is an all-consuming game.
I put 300 hours in 3 different playthroughs.
I have like 6 different profiles of all god-level characters. Alright.
Yeah.
It's bad.
This is a game that was released like almost 10 years ago, and people still play it.
It's pretty fun, dude. But it is all-consuming. Like, I'm talking like, I gotta go to work tomorrow. Alarm clock goes off. I didn't go to sleep. What the hell?
I'm gonna do a fake and dragon. I'll be late to work.
there's only one thing I like there.
Damn you, Walter Win.
And it sure the hell ain't a video game. But it is godlike character.
Yeah.
I have been paid too many times. Anyways,
Anything new independent coming out that you're interested in seeing?
Well, I mean, new issue of Sonata dropped, issue 3. The story's still developing, getting to learn a little bit more on the actual primitive tribe, because the first issue, they did seem like they were very advanced, but then it's like they had an old teleportation system to get across the world and everything, and now there's like a secret agenda between the tribesmen of these people that came here cannot leave here. They must die now.
What?
Yeah.
Talking about?
Sonata.
Tony said Moon Knight was in the last Punisher book. They make a good team up.
Yeah.
Those two. The only
A
team
whole
up
lot of crazy.
that I've ever seen that was better than those two with Punisher was Punisher and Annabelle.
Yeah.
Those two together, just they played so well off
Eddie
each other.
Brock can't tell you that,
Yeah.
or Flash Thompson?
And Eddie Brock. But yeah, for Punisher to have to put up with that much crazy, you know, it just plays well with each other. Yeah, you could.
You do it every day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
What about you? Anything new other than Red Hood you're interested in?
What is this book? Just started reading something out there. last night. Just like, it's be getting tasty.
Why he's
That's an
looking?
interesting book.
I'm looking forward to Constantine Black Label.
Yeah,
Yeah.
saw something about that today. And Jonathan, I believe, might have been right that Black Label's going to be the new Vertigo.
It is.
I mean,
That's
they've
right.
already proven it with what they've released so far through Black Label.
But I believe it's going to be a step above what Vertigo was.
Yeah, I mean,
It's going to take the original Vertigo, spot. But I believe they're going to do. Well, they have so many just single issues and add-ons that they're doing. I believe DC hit home run with that.
well, they're also hitting, and I saw a bunch of previews. Can't remember the exact names of the books right now at the moment, but they're going back and redoing old storylines like the death of Superman, and it'll be a Black Label and other things like that. So, I mean, it should be
Nightfall
good stuff.
is one of them.
Yeah, Nightfall is one I'll have to get for sure.
And I'm looking forward to all the infected that's getting ready to start happening.
Yeah,
Yes, we just
We're talking
saw the new one that
Hawk
they released.
Man looks awesome as one
Well,
of the
Shazam
infected.
looked good.
I need to get those out of my box and read them.
Supergirl looks cool,
I
but
slept in
I don't know. I'm liking the design for Scarab, the Blue Beetle infected. That was
Yeah, that was
awesome
released. Well,
looking.
we found it today, but it was released today.
Yeah.
What was yours?
The series I started, it's an old series, it's 1990, but it's called World Without End. It's on the DC app, and I thought it was Batman at first until I started reading it, but it's been pretty good. On top of I started reading the Batman Beyond series.
Oh, that Batman Beyond is really good.
So I guess something even now, I got a lot of downtime, but in between taking dumps.
What's the synopsis of World Without End? That name sounds very familiar.
Huh?
World Without End. What's that about? It sounds very familiar.
Oh no, I've not finished the first book
Well, it
yet.
ain't Krypton.
It's a 6-issue series. It's a 6-issue series. And it's actually a pretty long book. But I've not read the whole book yet. The first issue.
And we don't just talk about new books. I mean, we'll go back to
yeah.
older
Yeah,
books.
like I said, this is 1990. But I mean, I thought it was like some kind of weird Batman, and I was like, and it's not Batman.
Have you read Emperor Joker yet?
Mhm.
Read Emperor Joker.
Yeah, that's the one I was thinking of. I think
And you still need to read Hush.
Yeah, well, I mean, I
That
just
is-
watched the movie, and so I plan on reading Hush very soon.
The actual story is a lot better. I mean, I don't get me wrong. I like the movie, but the story.
I watched I started watching Batman Gotham by Gaslight. It's retro Steve, like it's cool because I don't know if you've seen it.
Have you
but
watched
got,
it
like
all the
Tim
way through?
Drake and
Have you
Jason
watched it all the way
Todd.
through yet?
No,
Yeah, you'd be surprised.
I like
But
the
watch
Jack the Ripper theme they're going with.
Yeah, just wait.
I really need to in some way to watch all the
Poison
animated
Ivy's dead.
movies.
That was really DC's first Elseworlds book, was
Yeah.
Gotham by Gaslight, and got some good storylines out of the Elseworlds, the Generations, Superman, Batman Generations,
Kingdom Come.
Kingdom Come, Superman Red Sun, stuff like that.
The,
That's still one of my. I want to read the Red Sun.
The Batman Vampire trilogy. That was like
Red Rain and all that.
Yeah.
Was in it, yeah.
there was a lot of really interesting Elseworlds.
Thrill Killers was a surprise. I mean,
That's
it was a
what you get,
Batman Elseworlds, but it was good.
Let's see my DC stuff. So check that.
Shoot, what is it called? Speeding Bullets.
Speeding Bull, I have that. I love it. Superman is Batman.
Yeah.
Yes,
That's Elseworlds.
That is a great book.
One that you would really enjoy in that set too was I can't remember the name of it, but it's Bruce Wayne as Green Lantern,
I've seen that before.
and there was another one.
Batman is Green Lantern. I was next to Green Lantern. Bruce Wayne, just Bruce Wayne as Green Lantern. I'll let you borrow that Speeding Bullets book I have. That was like my first Elseworld book, and I started reading it, and I was like, "What the hell?" Because I didn't know what. And then I was still in school, and I just got out of school. I was like, "Mark, what is this?" He's like, "This Elseworld series." He's like, "Oh, okay."
Out of all of them, Generations was probably my favorite.
Yeah.
But it took Batman and Superman from the time that they started together, and it actually showed Batman starting off as Robin, and then Superman as
So is
Superboy.
this Dick Grayson as?
No, it was Bruce Wayne, and it's Elseworld, so he thought up a character to start with, which was the Robin character, and then he progressed on into Batman.
Going.
He didn't have a Batman to follow. He just started off with
Black Label, like we know what they're doing constantly. We know what they're doing Sword and Sorcery. But with what they're doing right now, with like Superman Year One and like these Batmans, that's kind of like a spin on the Elseworlds as well.
Yeah.
So Black just can't not recommend Black Label enough because everything they have,
everything I've read that's been Black Label has been. I believe they hit a home run right there.
Yeah. This new Batman run last night, we reviewed that a few weeks back, and it was general consensus among all of us that was one of the best books we've read in a long time.
Is that on the app?
Do you need to read one?
Yes, I
I'll
did.
bring it Saturday. Samir.
And issue 2 was probably as good as issue 1.
What was it?
I haven't got around to 2 yet. Did we read 2 here? No.
No.
Okay. Yeah, I believe that was one I have waiting on me to read.
And then there was just that Joker one that I still have in my box. I haven't picked up yet. But there was that Black Label Joker.
Did you look at the inside of that? That would have been the only one I believe I would have been disappointed in.
What was it, Batman last night?
Yeah, last night.
What's going on?
Because
Sad face.
well, I say send me a message. Or we can meet somewhere and I'll bring it tomorrow. Party.
Okay.
X Factor, right behind you there, Black Hammer. They dropped a facsimile on number 87, which was a really cool looking book this time. And
Is that supposed to be? What is that?
that's X Factor 87 facsimile edition.
Oh.
Everything in it. The only thing that's different is the price on the outside of the book. Right? I mean, they've got the original ads and everything.
Yep. And I always liked Havoc as an X-Men character a whole lot more than I did his brother, Cyclops. Which we were talking about killing Cyclops earlier, but if we had to kill Cyclops off, I would replace him with Havoc really quick because Alex Summers is not as near as whiny as his older brother is.
Less of a douchebag.
I have like the first few issues, I think up to 11 of X Factor, where he is kind of the de facto leader, Cyclops, but I think it's like through issues like 30s or 40s, he eventually leaves or something.
Well,
Becomes Havoc.
the whole team gets replaced.
The whole team gets replaced.
Because X Factor, when it first started at number 1, was the old original
The
X-Men
house
team.
bags.
Yeah.
I'm already tired of that. So.
I already fucking hate it.
I mean, it is a decent read, but it's still the X-Men. Yeah.
Power.
When did the True Believers start with? A while back. Just don't notice. That's that.
Yeah, Tony even agrees with the Havoc was much better.
Yeah. Havoc's just a better character all the way around.
I mean, I'm sorry. Cyclops is just a boring character and a douche.
Well, since we're speaking of Marvel and bad characters and all this, we got to talk about the Thing beating Hulk.
What?
No. I call
What?
shenanigans on that.
No. No way. I'm sorry, the Hulk breaks through brick walls all day. All right, you're made of
No.
stone.
They have it official now because Thing has more heart, and
So, heart don't mean nothing against a pissed off, angry Hulk. It just keeps getting stronger the matter he gets. Just saying.
But he's under the mind control of.
he's under the mind control of Puppet Master that's making
When Hulk was
Lord
under the
Hulk
control of
savage.
Loki, he still got super pissed off and beat the shit out of everybody in his wake.
Well, you
Don't get me going.
what I look at is World Breaker Hulk.
Yeah.
You know.
One step, there goes
Yeah,
the East
yeah,
Coast.
this squirrel giving bullshit, right?
Yeah. That's what it feels like. First, I wasn't happy what they done with the Immortal Hulk. How they, programmed or de-gassed him back, degressed it. Went back to his original state. It just ticked me off. And then now that they're allowing him to be beat by the thing.
I mean, that's what it is they were saying, like, in the most recent Fantastic Fours, during Thing and his new now wife's wedding, Puppet Master sends an enraged Immortal Hulk Savage in there and is beating the crap out of Thing, and then the woman's just like, he might have more strength, but you have more heart, and use your love for me. And then it's just like Thing with one
with your powers combined,
with all of his love, all of his love in this fist, and he punches the Hulk. Which, granted, this would have been cool if it wasn't with the whole stupid love crap. But he punches the Hulk so hard, he breaks his stones off of his arm and everything, to where he knocks the Hulk out, and then he passes out from the excruciating pain.
You see, like, Ben's, like, hand?
It's like, just like meat and stuff.
Oh, so there's meat under all that rock.
Yeah.
All right, so then once again, the Hulk is not going to lose to a giant fleshy rock.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I mean, they've had some good battles in the past.
They've
I've enjoyed reading the battles in the past. But for them to actually declare that Thing is more powerful.
This isn't an anime universe where it's like the power of friendship helps you get over the enemy that's been beating you up.
I'm sorry, I'm reading a comic book. I ain't about that love shit.
Well, Marvel so sunshine and rainbows, though.
Use your love to beat him. He's tearing me in half. Love me harder.
Where were you at with the first 12 punches, man?
Love.
I think you just love punching his
Love,
ass.
hell, you get in there and take a couple punches.
That's what makes me call shenanigans. It's like,
Care
the love and the heart and everything. If it was more just your fist fight, and he hit him that hard to literally break his arm almost off, that'd be awesome. Don't do it like, use your love of me to beat him.
Tony said it was like a Care Bear thing.
Well, you know what happened if you
Care
lost
Bear.
that fight? Care Bear's there.
God damn. Shit. That ruins that whole rivalry, spanning decades. Everything.
Well,
That
the thing I can
fight
see
there.
is like the Thing with like long hair and a rainbow bandana.
The only thing that limits the Hulk's power, or now it used to be, I haven't been keeping up with this Immortal Hulk stuff. The only thing that limits his power is his limit of aggression, is to how mad he can get. So,
That's what I'm saying.
if somebody hit me in the face hard enough to break a rock, I'm getting pissed. I'm sorry.
I'm saying it's not happening.
And even again, who was it that was with us earlier when I was originally talking about it?
Terry probably.
No, Harry was gone when I got here, but I think it was David. But just the fact of, the Hulk might have been savage and everything, but he's still under mind control. He's not exactly in the driver's seat of his own mind. Because, like you're saying, World Breaker Hulk. Nothing can beat that.
What a Sentry that they couldn't even beat him.
Yeah.
I mean, they went to, Sentry even said, just let's call it a draw. I mean, he was,
Yeah, they
They wasn't a
beat the
clear
crap
winner
out of
there,
each other
but,
so much. They
Sentry is
both
like,
reverted back to their base forms, and even then, Banner still turned into the Hulk again immediately afterwards.
So
I call shenanigans on the power of love.
Yes, I'm sorry. Yeah, love my ass. Punch somebody with a loving fist. I'm only beating your ass because I love you.
The only thing that would have been worse is like this rocks turn into a form of a heart rubbing his teeth.
Because the picture that I found of it, that they actually show that, it looks really cool because it's just everything's cracking and falling off. He's screaming. You're seeing like shock waves where he's hit the Hulk, like waving off from the impact on the side of his face. It was a cool picture, but it's just the fact of he only did that because he had a love of his wife to do it. How?
And I'm not taking anything away from Thing.
No, Thing's a good character. He's a
He-
good,
he
strong
is.
character. He's
Power. He's got power.
He's got
Yeah.
power. But he is not going to lay out the Hulk
No.
with the power of love. I'm sorry. I refuse to let
He's
that
not as
stay.
strong as Hulk, but he's more durable than Hulk.
He might be more durable, but still.
Because there was a comic from like the 70s, the Champion character, the guy that originally held the Infinity Stone of Power, super powerful, came to Earth, said, strongest champions, if they can survive a fight with me, I will not destroy the Earth. He knocked out Hulk, he knocked out Colossus, knocked out Sasquatch, and somebody else. I can't remember who the last one was, but it was like down to the Thing. And Thing just sat there and just kept taking the beating until Champion was just like, I'm tired of this.
Okay,
Your plan's fine.
but let's go to what Wolverine has said. I've never heard him say anything about Thing like, it's like getting hit by a Mack truck. Wolverine said, if you survive the punch from a Hulk, you will never feel as much pain in your entire life.
Yeah.
At first you don't feel nothing.
Yeah, he said it was like your soul leaving your body. You were hit so hard.
So
Power of love, my ass.
with that much power, you don't have to have that much endurance, just to hit one good time.
Because if the longer the fight goes on, the madder it gets. That fight wasn't going on too long when he got punched. That was a very quick punch. I don't know. I'm so sick of the lovey-dovey crap that they're pushing out all the Marvel comic books. I'm sorry. I'm reading an action-packed comic book. I want to see, cool. Like you said, I'd love to see the Thing straight up clobber the Hulk with so much force but not because I love you, but because I'm going to knock the hell out of you.
Next month they're going to have Punisher team up with the Care Bears.
See, what would have made that more feasible is instead of her being like, I love you, is if during this scuffle, because, they even said, like, they're destroying, like, wherever the hell they're at, this church room or anything. If Ben Grimm's wife accidentally died, which I know, oh, God forbid, don't make it too realistic, but if she died,
I
and
could
Ben
see him
Grimm got
going.
that mad and
Yeah.
doing that,
But
that
now,
would have made more sense.
let me ask you a question. If he really loved his wife and knew that was her special day, when the Hulk busted in, she shouldn't have told him, do it from love.
He should have
already been doing it.
I would have just walked out like, you mean I gotta take a beat or something? I love you. Are you for real? It's the Hulk. I'm out. Find someone else.
Here's my will. Here's my will. The keys to my shed are underneath the mat.
Bring Squirrel Girl. All she can do is bite, and she break her teeth off on my stones.
It's ridiculous.
Who riled me up? Marvel did, Albert.
This is like turning into a bash market. So let's continue on the journeys.
But like I say, his powers might have changed. I haven't kept up enough with the Immortal Hulk, and he might just be that limited now. I don't know.
I don't think he's limited. I think that they limited him with the storyline.
Yeah.
By taking the whole. He didn't have the free will or his own smarts to get him through the fight. It was
There's no
somebody else
smarts to the
controlling him. Oh yeah. The Hulk's a whole lot smarter than you give him credit for being.
No, he really is. Even before he became Professor Hulk, he knew right from wrong. And when you're that big and bad and your job is to smash stuff, that's all you really need to know.
That's what I'm saying. I was like, it's not really a smarts game.
So,
I understand.
bad guy, good guy. I smash bad guy. I scared.
Guys, you're a bad guy now.
Namor, Juggernaut, hell, Rhino of all people.
Juggernaut. It's a good feeling.
But again, in my opinion, and going back to the original Hulk, he should be one of the top 5 strongest characters in Marvel. You know, and the
Well, I'm
only
not
ones that
taking
would,
that away from
the
him.
only
Pure
ones that should
strength,
be,
yes.
you know,
But-
able to do
Yeah.
what Ben did would be, you know, somebody worthy of being able to do it. You know, not
Yeah.
Thing.
Well, I mean, it's like he was saying, Namor took out the entirety of the Fantastic Four by himself. So, are you saying that Namor is stronger than the Hulk?
No,
That's
they
pretty much
didn't have
what
his
we're
wildfire.
Namor is the horse.
Namor is a lot more
Is Aquaman of
powerful
Marvel,
than people give him credit for, especially
but
in
he's
the
actually
water.
cool. He's a lot better than
He just can't decide if he wants to be a good guy or a bad guy.
Well, the longer he's out of the water, the more his mind's affected. So,
Yeah.
you know, that's what makes him sort of a bad guy sometimes.
Or slightly psychotic unhinged.
Yeah.
the horse dude. Is Thor. What's his name?
Beta Ray Bill.
Beta Ray.
Eddie Ray Bill, yeah. I like him.
Bill's a top contender for one of the strongest people in the Marvel universe. Because, I mean, even without the hammer of Thor and everything, them just fist fighting and everything, overpowering Thor. I know you hate Thor, but Thor is very
I
strong.
don't
He don't
hate
hate
Thor.
Thor. He just hates
I
the
like
unworthy Thor.
Thor is a good character. And, you know, I dig mythology. You know, and that's Norse mythology at the best. Right? But to take a character like Thor and put him in the position that they did in Unworthy Thor, to where he had the ability to take his power back and just left it sitting there because he said it didn't belong to him.
It sounded like he just punked out what it did.
Yeah.
I don't want it, man. Too much responsibility.
Too much
He probably if he said, I know I'm worthy, I don't need this.
No,
To prove to myself I'm worthy. And to
no, I know I'm worthy. I deserve
Would that
this.
have been better-
Alright, that's what I'm getting at.
That's the hero would do.
Would that have been better for you, Mark?
No.
Pick it up,
And
be the
assume
man
your
you're
mantle.
supposed to be, man. You know, dude.
Talk about Fantastic Fours. You guys have any ideas of cast for movie?
Are they doing another one?
Right now, I could care less.
Just stop.
No.
They haven't been
They
able
are-
to do it yet, and they's what,
Because
5
that,
of them?
you can't.
Braun
6 of them?
Strowman as Thing. Just paint him green. Or paint him green.
Well, let's
Paint
look.
him orange.
You see now. Come get these eggs.
Over cartoon.
Let's look at it from a reality standpoint.
Can anyone else see the thing with a ponytail? I'm just saying. No.
Sony did not do justice to any of the Marvel characters. And since Marvel / Disney has took it back over, you have had some really good character development through those movies.
No more Fantastic Four movies.
In-game sucked.
They botched it on that one. Okay, but the other one, the rest of the Avengers series was nice,
Yeah, I mean,
and all the movies leading up to it were very nice, except for Captain Marvel. All right,
Infinity War wasn't much better.
Infinity wasn't that bad.
It wasn't that
It
good.
wasn't that bad. Thought it ended on a.
and it's just like that. Yeah, ended just like that.
Well, you know, going back to the whole Hulk thing, the way they done him in Endgame, that was.
I did not like what Hulk portrayed. in that
But
But yeah, get back to your.
think about the original Avengers movie, the first one that came out.
That was good.
You had a really good Hulk, a really good Iron Man, good Captain America. I mean, you had the heroes that you always imagined that they would be. Sony has never done that with a superhero. Even, I liked Venom. I liked the movie,
That was a good.
but that was not Venom.
No,
Good movie, but
you can't have Venom without Spider-Man.
Albert has a question. Can somebody tell him what Silver Surfer Black is about? Has anybody read it?
no, but Albert, we've got to talk. Well, I've got you here. You're paying attention. Flashy is dead. We had to destroy Flashy, taking her apart. Flashy exploded on the inside. You owe me a new Flashy.
What are we talking about?
I let him borrow a flashlight when he came down for the convention, and he took it and somehow managed to make it back to Arizona. And I don't know if it was the air flying or not, but the batteries exploded on the inside of it.
Yeah, because he wouldn't walk out to the trailer by himself.
I walked him out the first night. I'm gonna put
Well,
let
see,
it
you
on.
saw how
The second
smart
night,
the
he
man
woke me up
is.
at 3:30 in the morning. I'm like, "Here's the flashlight. You
Turkey
go
buster
at
was
it."
picked him up off the ground and flew away with him. He's only little.
Can't wait for next year.
If you can get in touch with that guy that wrestles and have him set that up, we might be able to get Super Impacto to put on a match.
About Super Black Dog.
Well, Blaze was talking a lot of smack last convention.
Yeah, we should set up a ring and have a red.
I'd like to see a
Battle
Super
Royale.
Impacto versus Blaze
We could all
showdown.
have everyone dress up as superheroes. And we jump in the ring and just murk each other.
Well, Albert, are you willing to let Super Impacto work on Blaze a little bit? There?
So, yeah, Albert,
he can tag team with Black Hammer.
I'll feel sorry and I'll be protect Blaze. I'll be like, I got your back. Push you down and run. But have not read Silver Surfer Black.
I know it's supposed to be like in Guardians of the Galaxy when everybody's being swallowed up by that black hole.
We do have a variant cover with the thing on it there, the number 2.
A really weird looking.
Looks like they missed each other in that epic punch they were trying to throw. down.
And then we got number 3.
That looks good. I like that. So
It is good. And there's Silver Surfer and Thor.
That's a nice cover.
I know Nolan Peters in it for some odd reason. I don't know why.
So I may back up and read it, Albert, just to see what's going on. That was his name?
I'm still sitting there trying to work on the cast on like a newer Fantastic
I think he should
Four.
come in, but he should not wrestle Super Impact though.
He should wrestle
He should wrestle as Red Velvet.
Red Velvet.
Just like
So, Albert, you didn't answer the question. Are you down to do a little wrestling next time you come down?
You'd all be an interesting Mr. Fantastic.
Maybe even put you in the ring with Blaze. Blaze versus Red Velvet.
let's burn some cake. Let's burn some.
Oh no! Black Hammer has entered the ring. Now, Red Velvet has turned into pound cake.
That could be our finishing move. The pound cake. The pound cake.
He said he would take it under consideration. So, yes, we have talked about that. That would be pretty awesome. Because didn't your buddy say he could set up a little one-night show for us?
Dude, I love wrestling. Can you get me in the ring? I'm just saying. I've always wanted to jump off the top.
They'd probably let you, but you'd have to just take that first week, that week before, and do practice and moves.
Yeah, I will do it. I'm saving up comp time. I'm doing it.
If anything, next convention with Albert and them being there, we'll film it. I'll take a chop to the chest.
Black Hammer
Everybody sits there and
versus Indy.
I want to fight somebody, not beat somebody.
Black Hammer versus the Professor. And the Asian women love. You love me. You love me. Be him. Be him. Bam.
be like Godfather.
This is not the thing in Hulk, buddy.
Rikishi.
The Bronco Buster. I feel sorry for all of you that take that sweaty man in the face. Oh my gosh. I used to hate watching Rikishi fight because he'd do that. I can smell it.
But he was good.
He's
a big guy.
a
He was a
good
good
wrestler.
wrestler. Yeah. Between him and Vader, they gave big guys.
I love it.
Well, even Bam Bam was really good. He never had a title with WWE, but ECW.
Now, any dude that size that could do the moonsault splash is impressive.
Yeah.
Well, what's that one guy that's fighting right now with Titus O'Neil? He does it. He's big dude. Not fat big, but.
And those Viking dudes,
Oh,
that big guy on the Vikings, he ain't bad.
Apollo Crews?
Yeah. He does that damn moonsault.
Oh yeah, but he ain't fat big. He's blam.
He's still a big dude.
He's mini Lashley. He's compact Lashley.
Bobby Lashley's not as big as he used to be, though.
He's not as big as he used to be, but he's still pretty big. Albert says,
Yeah,
Mike
those-
and Hughes
yeah,
aren't
they
impressive.
are.
Yeah.
That throw up where that big guy catches and slams, that's just a massive move.
Dude,
there.
also,
We really need to get to, like, I'm really down for, like, a Green Dragon battle royale.
Sheamus has a YouTube channel, and he does the workout regimens of like the other wrestlers there, and Heavy Machinery, the two big bad guys. Dude, the little small guy, he's a freaking beast because he does not stop when he goes to lifting weights. And, I mean,
Well, I was watching the thing on YouTube where a guy tried to follow the Rock's regiment, and he couldn't even make it past the first day. Yeah. And he was like a pretty good sized dude. Like he worked out stuff.
I do my regiment. It's hard enough.
I overdone mine.
My regiment gets my
I've
butt.
been taking pills make me feel better, and it make me feel too good. I done more than I should.
Listen, I like it. I like working out though. It's nice.
Let's see. What's coming out new here just shortly? Some stuff. If y'all got any suggestions on some stuff that you'd like for us to review, drop it in the comments because we.
Yeah, because apparently one guy that used to be doing it found him a girl, and I don't even know if he still watches the show, but if he does, shame on you.
you know who you is.
Or who you used to be.
The power of love has transformed him.
He gave
He's
us a
comment on my
You
stuff.
punched us right in the nads.
Yeah, because he's very active with us. He's
He
giving us
was
things
really
reviews and stuff. I won't mention no name, Joshua, but
Punch of love. I'm so not gonna.
I know we got. I think
Yeah.
Cole said we were shorted on the Absolute Carnage tie in the screen.
Yeah.
One.
Yeah, we were shorted on that one.
Yeah, because we got the separation anxiety, which dealt with the other Life Foundation symbiotes, which.
now how many are they? Do you know?
What do you mean? How many times?
How many symbiotes?
How many
Symbiotes.
Well, because see, the story's not just going based on the symbiotes. Carnage is finding anybody that has ever had a symbiote attached to them, alive or dead, because they leave an essence of themselves in the person's DNA. So he's pretty much like ripping out their spines and everything to try to make it to where he can unleash Null. But as far as I know, there's only Carnage, Venom,
That's the
Scream,
most
and
intelligent answer I've ever had to a question to be avoiding the question.
I don't even think it's
So sounds like a nice family-friendly book.
yeah. No, like I said, it's pure body horror. People get ripped apart.
You read that new Sword Master?
Yes.
Is it good? I'm about to pick it up.
It's actually very good. You want to borrow it? I got
Yeah.
1 and 2 today.
I mean, I see views up on the shelf. I like anime, so.
Do you want those blank covers, Albert? You want the
No,
whole
because I want the Absolute Carnage, so I get him to do it for me. That one's off the freaking shelf. That's
Yeah, the Ghost
I
Rider
got two.
Absolute Carnage.
Yeah, I need because I want Albert to do that, and then I need
got
I need
one.
another blank for Kevin.
Albert left. Well, never mind. You need that too.
No, I'm gonna get a different cover for Kevin to do.
And then he said he's looking for the Ghost Rider Absolute Carnage book to come out too.
Yeah.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah.
I have a blanket. I have another blanket.
Yeah, because as far as the tie
I think I have a House of X blanket that I wanted Kevin.
I tell you,
There's a Deadpool Carnage
that
coming
one
out.
he did for me, the
That's
Justice
what we
League
had.
Monsters, it's freaking awesome. Yeah, it's framed up and on the wall.
And I
But
have,
he
a green,
framed it for me.
I have a Green Lantern one, but I don't know who I want to do that.
Albert's got 9 blank covers.
Just had another thing about that.
This is the only thing blank in my life.
No, I didn't. Did you hear about them killing off Rocket Raccoon?
What?
I haven't
just
kept
said?
up with the past few issues, unfortunately.
Well, like I say, I don't keep up with Marvel, so I can't tell you if they want to kill him off or not.
I like Rocket.
Well, I've been getting the the Guardians of the Galaxy book, but like I said, I hadn't had a chance to read them. So I read number 1 and 2.
The new run.
Yeah, but that's as far as I've made it. I've got them, but I hadn't had a chance to read them.
Well, didn't the new cover look like they had several of them in the crosshair or something?
It's right there. That's all that well.
Well, that might be. Yeah, that's what I.
It's right there.
Over on the very end. Anyways. But I guess he needs that.
But Swordmaster is actually really good. Like the first page in like the issue 1, it's just like a big parent.
Are we talking Iron Fist and Shang-Chi good, or are we talking anime good in your opinion?
No, it's actually really good. It's a good story.
He can answer a question and miss the question all at the same time.
Well, I haven't actually read Iron Man and Shang-Chi.
Iron Fist.
Sorry, Iron Fist.
He ain't got upgraded yet. He just got the fist.
Because those were really good books back in the day.
That was a pathetic.
But I mean, because how that
That
and
is right,
Arrow are, they have like their main story, but then they have a secondary story, which is kind of like the Black Widow, but it's more actually in tune with the story going on. And that's who they have Swordmaster with is Shang-Chi. And they are introducing Ares again through that storyline as well, which is kind of cool. Because I like Ares.
Well, I like anime.
David Barker wants us to do the Miles Morales and Carnage, which might be a pretty good book.
It's a
have
request
that on
we've not
my
had one
He
list.
said Guardians of the Galaxy 7 to 11. He's supposed to die between them.
73.
This was David Barker. Who's that?
He comes in here and buys all the time.
He's a viewer, damn it.
Because he's the one sitting here
Thank you
today.
for watching the show.
Yeah, we appreciate you, David.
Was he the one?
Yeah.
We did.
Yeah, we're
No, I appreciate it. I just don't. Do you know who it is?
Nope.
Okay.
He's a viewer. Don't care. He's
That's
on
what
here.
I'm
I like
asking.
him.
I like it
He's
good.
watching the show. Thank you.
He was in here earlier today.
That was okay.
He
Yeah.
bought,
Okay.
bought some books, and I appreciate his business, and I appreciate him watching. So,
Well, mind your business.
I,
Quit bugging this man.
I will bug whoever the damn well I please, for one thing.
But I enjoy talking to him when he comes in.
But you didn't even know who it was. So how are you going to enjoy talking to somebody? You don't
Just
even
because I don't know their name don't mean nothing. I'm about not liking your name right now.
Well, then call me by my real name.
Cracker.
My bird salty.
But no, there's a lot of interesting tie-ins going in with that Carnage. So, and I have Cole down for all of them for me to pull in. So more than likely, we'll be getting the Miles Morales and Carnage in. I hope.
That would be interesting.
But there's Miles Morales.
Especially if
There's,
they do the artwork like the Miles on Miles part and then the Carnage.
they're doing a Deadpool, the Ghost Rider that Albert talked about. And I think it's an Avengers tie-in. I know it deals with Captain America, Thing, Wolverine, and Hawkeye because they tied it to the Carnage USA storyline. They were infected, like with most of that town in that storyline, so they have their own tie-in as well. I'll let you read that one. Go on, Albert.
I just flipped them off. Yeah, everybody saw that one.
That's fun.
If you thought what I done to little Debbie last time was bad, wait till I see Red Velvet. That was pretty good.
Well, we were all kind of hungry.
I don't think there's any other tie-ins except for like Screaming and Separation Anxiety and then what you just have coming out through Venom and Spider-Man.
When I'm done.
I've been saving up every one I have, buddy. You'll end up with them again. What are you laughing at? Go. I can't imagine you put it on the plane. Yes, you could. That's why I gave it to him. That'd be funny. You know, got an X-ray. Just
you know
had
what you do is make your own penny roller like TNT on it. And we'll stick his ass on the plane.
explosive.
Caution. Try not to tell you. We got your little ass. We got you. It's just pennies. Bullshit.
I just got on from Buzzer Red next to his house. Oh, we really good. No.
What'd you say your name was? Albert? Really? You sure that's your name? Sure.
What was it? Ron White said, about tater salad. But they call me Red Velvet. It's fun. I love you guys.
I'm trying to think of what does come out next week, though. Because we should be getting another round of.
Red Hood should be dropping. Red Hood should be dropping again next week. Yeah. Punisher dropping next week.
We'll have some good books coming out next week. Hopefully some new stuff, because Cole does all the ordering, and she surprises me with some of the stuff that she brings in. The Titans, Burning Rage, I wasn't expecting that, and it was a good book.
There's like a smack talk war going on. Turn mine off.
Give me something to throw, please. I really need something to throw right now.
Turn the volume off. And here's Blaze texting me right in the middle of the show, asking me what time I'm going to get up tomorrow. When I feel like it. Okay?
Yeah, he's out saying.
Oh, man.
I was saying about the Swan 300. They've been hyping that up. I hope it does do so well. Because not a lot of comics that say
You gonna be able to do your Chibi style on there, Albert?
You know that was...
I know who it was. That's why I said I need something to throw.
Just flooding some markets.
No, on this one.
The Spartan?
Mm-hmm.
No. That ain't him. That is him.
Oh, it's not.
Oh, who is it?
I'm John
Albert, I
Rogan.
need some of those. I need you to do some sponsors
Who is
to add to my happy collection downstairs.
It's you.
No.
How will I type if I'm sitting right
You've
here?
got multiple accounts. You've been
Yes, I have multiple accounts, but they're like John
Who's that Spartan?
Rogan, Jomulus, Jonathan Rourke.
Who is Spartan 178? Because you are funny.
Yes.
That's
Would
him.
you like to be a?
Special guest?
Yes.
Yes, please. We need you here. Don't know who you are. We need you
You
here.
know exactly who it is.
I don't.
He was at the convention. He wasn't set up technically as a vendor, but he was still serving things.
D-Farley?
Brother, really?
Hey, y'all see Black Hammer's hand, arms, and that? Look at Black Hammer's arms. Ooh, damn. That's a hell of a tricep right there. I'm sorry. Now I'm not going to be able to stop looking at myself in the camera.
Looks like his leg. It's darker.
That's saying something, right? It's like his leg.
His leg. Not his leg.
Which
His
one?
leg.
Which leg? Black Hammer.
He's got 10 blank spawns on order for 300. Albert does.
It is me, Sir Holland.
10 blanks.
Yeah. Well, I need some of
Or
those.
the Spawn.
I like Spawn.
Listen, if y'all don't have any Albert Morales work, go ahead and contact him right here and get on board for one of these Spawn.
Yeah, put me
Blank
down for
covers.
one, Albert. I want the medieval Spawn that you done. I want a version of it.
Yeah,
I have it hanging on my wall. Medieval Spawn with all the skulls.
Yeah.
Did the ventriloquist ever come in for me that he was doing? The Batman blank cover with ventriloquist and
So
Scarface?
I'd like one of the Spawn cards. If you can like swing it like Spawn, like in like a Savage Combat with the Violator or Malboja. Something awesome. I might get 3 of them and just get Spawn, Malboja, and Violator. What? I didn't say.
Nobody said anything.
He's still mad
You
about
got
the terrain.
something up your rear end that needs to come out, and I ain't talking about the Black Hammer.
I got a
We'll go full.
He's turtling.
Got it back in there.
squeeze. Squeeze it tight.
Keister.
Oh, something just popped up. I'm going to take your phone.
Jonathan, there's still another package coming to the shop. Just still finishing and improving covers.
The only other Image comic that's
I cannot wait.
Yeah.
I'm waiting
I
on something.
cannot wait.
You have a date when that's going to drop, Albert? We've had several asking about when it's going to be in the shop.
Matter of fact, Mr. Barker
Yeah,
was one
Barker was one
in
today.
Yeah, Spawn and Savage Dragons is the only thing that came out of Image when they first came out. That's still going to this day. Spawn and
But then
Savage
they
Dragon.
changed his dragon plumb up now. I mean, it's a whole different.
He's very different, but then again, it's not the original Savage Dragon. I think it's been his son for like
Yeah,
it was like the past 2 decades.
the original Savage Dragon stuff was awesome. He was a police officer, superhero.
Kick-ass
Tony
police
said, "Don't
officer.
forget him on the custom." He's on the-
I don't know what.
Samurai Cinderella.
Oh, also, I think Savage Dragon's what got me
Savage
actually
Dragon.
liking like the police officer persona because
David
Savage
Barker
Dragon
said he
is
wanted
just what
to.
I really remember as a little kid reading.
So you're gonna take
Well,
one
y'all
or two.
better.
Albert's about to make like a lot of fans from the start. I'm just saying, like a lot of it. Me.
Well, they better get in line because it's us first.
But yeah, you should like if you could throw me a package deal though on doing like a Spawn, Violator, and Malboja, I'd love that. I'll make sure you don't go back with a bag full of pennies.
I ain't making no promises.
That actually would be cool if like Albert did something with like blank covers for like say Batman and like a Detective Comics if he kind of did like the side by side ones that they're starting to do with stuff now. Everything.
Well, I'll tell you
That'd
that
be
Grim
neat in
Knight
his
he done
own
for
style.
me. He
That's
knocked
good.
it out of the park.
Yeah.
I love it.
It was awesome.
And then that Redhead Walking Dead that I picked up, it was good.
Yeah, I was trying to let him sell that one.
He waited. He was getting ready to leave. I was like, dude, I gotta have that. Barker ain't getting it.
Oh, and my Red Hood on the Detective
Yeah,
Comics that Albert did.
Yeah.
That's
Oh, he
awesome.
just wants one. Okay. Yeah, I did too. That's why I was asking to make sure. It's like, we'll give you 2. You can get 2 copies.
But we understand about family stuff coming up, Albert. We all have those issues raised sometimes.
Well, like I say, I've always told you I ain't in no hurry. You take your time and do what you got to do. I'll see you next year. But I do want the medieval Spawn on with 300.
Medieval Spawn fighting the Spartans from 300 on Spawn 300.
That'd be Spawn versus Leonidas. This is hell.
He says should be taking orders on the book closer to the beginning of September.
Awesome.
So,
Can't wait to see the Green Dragon exclusive.
so that's a little bit.
I love they do
At one time, I thought he
Spawn.
said November, so that's
Those should be limited to like
With Walking
Rednecks on Comics members only. That way, like when they come in, like I want that, and they're like, you can't have it.
go subscribe and then come back. Well, I can do it right here. No, gotta go.
Get your phone out and do it now.
These are special ordered, and you didn't get on the video and comment. You get the regular copy.
You gotta at least be a member a week.
What did you say? ROC for Rednecks on Comics?
Yeah.
ROC exclusive. It confused crap out so many people. What does that mean? We've got a bunch of overweight, a bunch of jacked up guys on YouTube talking about comics.
There are
That's what
two
we need.
jacked up guys. One handsome man and you.
I was talking about Terry, but Terry's not here.
No, he has some.
Him love you a long time, man.
I'm brutal. He's at the lower level, so he does not come home wrongly.
Y'all leave Terry alone.
I love Terry.
He should
Yeah,
be.
I swear,
he
like-
should be rolling by.
He's got like an incognito pimp or something, bro.
Yeah, there's something about
There's
Terry
something
that just
going on with
he's,
Terry just like, you're like, y'all can say all the stuff you want to. He's like, I don't live in a double no who have no.
He is probably one of the chillest people I've ever met. Like, it doesn't seem like anything really gets under him.
yeah, but when it gets to him, yeah, it's bad.
Hold up, nigga, you gonna sweat out your partner, bro. Calm down, bro. You mad? Spur girl gets you.
Oh yeah.
Oh, bless his heart. When he's sitting right here, and y'all ain't hear it because we're loud anyways. He's like, damn, I wish I just let me talk. I wish I can't say nothing now.
I know, I hear it. I look over there, I'm like,
What would you want there?
what's up, bro? What I put in my...
Because you go on a kill spree, I'm right here beside you.
Y'all better be glad we don't put him in a folding chair over there.
Remember that Snickers I gave you? Hold up. You ain't you and you hungry, Terry.
But no, Terry, he's
I love it. I love it,
yeah.
Terry. I mean, this dude's
And
got
very,
knowledge.
very smart.
He got knowledge when it comes to comics. This isn't me brown nosing either. I was born with it. So.
That was some funny shit.
You know what's funny is when I went to the tanning booth the other day, I was gonna do this. I was like, I'm gonna talk to me about that tanning booth in there, man. He was like, I was like, what? Can't tan? What? What's up with that? I'm just saying, you want tan, you want tan. Right? Shit. Trying to be perfect.
And we gotta say happy birthday to Callie.
Yeah.
Callie takes care of all of us here most of the time. She's like the little sister for all of us here, and she takes good care of us. And happy birthday, Callie.
Yeah, happy birthday, Cal.
Feliz cumpleaños.
That no gibberish was that.
Well, R1 makes it.
No, I just like bumped it up to 2, all right? He's speaking my Spanish. That's right.
Yeah, well, hot dog for you. That's
What?
French for hot dog. Assuming that's
El Taco
Dutch.
Bell. Let's get out of here, you
I believe we have probably offended about as many people as we can.
Oh, no, we
Yeah.
haven't. This has been the least offensive episode in a while.
I have so much stockpile. I will release it all at one time one day. And I will walk outside the door and get shot. We'll have the
Frank
cart
Castle on someone's emotions.
I'll take their emotions and curb stomp them.
American History X. I love that movie.
I've actually never seen American History, guys.
Are you serious? That is a good movie.
I've never found a copy of it anywhere.
I have a copy of it.
Really?
You need to watch it. I'll let you borrow it. You ever seen it? I'm sure everyone else here has seen it.
Yeah.
Just let me and you be
Like, yeah, the 3 adults have seen it. I like that movie. I'll give it
The 3 adults have seen.
He's like, have you seen this? I know the rest of us have. Yeah, well,
It's a good movie.
but we done Curve Weekend.
Mhm.
We've insulted people.
Yeah.
We done our initial.
Yeah.
We've interacted with the people.
Yeah.
Good night, y'all.
No, I'm being a buzz.
Are we good night there right now?
I don't know, but that is not a flattering view of you at all.
What? What's not flattering about my left boob?
Your left boob.
It's just there.
Now, we appreciate
It's supposed to be
y'all
a
watching.
packaged deal.
Don't forget to like, share, subscribe.
Get us 500. We might be able to get a deal. Dang, he drank all his.
The guy who said that he didn't like it drank it all.
So what's going to waste it?
Good or not.
Mr. Black Hammer bought it. Mr. Black Hammer beat that.
I don't know stuff with alcohol. I don't like the
And big thank you to my
crack.
wife. Because she's been like on
Yeah.
ball, bro. She's been cooking us dinner. She
Yeah,
stays on
I've
top of
missed
our
that.
drinks.
I've actually
Yeah,
missed
we
that
were
day. I know.
in Boone all day today.
I was like,
dang.
dang.
I told her, I was like, you know what? I was like, we're gonna get there, and they're gonna be mad. And she's like, why? I was like, because you did not put dinner.
Yeah.
But no, she does. She usually cooks us dinner.
Yeah.
We get to eat before the show. But we want to send a shout
My
out to
wife's
her.
awesome.
I believe she just pulled in.
Here she comes. Your ears must be itching.
All right, well, we're
She
going
always
to go.
asks, you know, she's asking me, she's like, do you talk about me when I'm not around? No, she knows.
Very favorably, actually. Same as I do about my wife. Look, I got to throw it out here. We couldn't do this without my wife.
No.
We couldn't do this without his wife.
No.
It's just,
I couldn't do this without my wife's permission.
I couldn't do this if my wife hadn't left me.
Shout out to all the wives.
Shout out to the exes.
Oh, yeah, by the way, they got information on Hillary, so you might take care of that. All right, we better go.
All right, yeah, let's get deep now. We're gonna end up dead on vacation.